Hi, welcome to the first Austin Cast commentary track. So, as you can tell from the title, the first movie I'll be doing is probably not one that you would expect, unless you know me very well. And even if you probably wouldn't guess it. But we're watching Jurassic Park 3, which is, and always has been, my favorite movie ever. I'm not joking, not exaggerating. Since I've literally can remember my first memories, this has been my favorite movie of all time. I can say without a doubt in my heart, I have seen this movie over 100 times. Like, Jesus, I have memories of being in diapers and watching this movie. This movie is ingrained into my fucking soul. Like, it's insane. And I don't think this is a very good movie in particular, but this movie is as much a fucking part of me as my hair or my eyes. And so I figured, what better movie to start out with for commentary? I know a decent amount of fun facts about this movie, and also this movie is currently available on Netflix. So if you just type in Jurassic Park or Jurassic Park 3, it'll pop up. And I think the card thing is Alan Grant and a couple velociraptors. So when I'm currently paused at all zeros, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So when I say go after a count of three, hit play. So 3, 2, 1, go. All right, and the Universal logo is starting to come up. You see the sun rays coming out of the earth. Yep. Here we go. The Universall. I spelled that wrong, I think, but whatever. Fuck it. And then the little droplets. Then you got E.T. and that little kid or whatever his name was. Fucking assholes. I currently have the sound turned off, so you don't hear it through the commentary and have subtitles on. This is I honestly I don't need sound for this movie. I can hear everything fucking just through memory. We go Isla Sorna, Site B. This is where they practice cloning dinosaurs and shit. This is also where the second Jurassic Park took place, but that was on a different part of this island. It's insane watching this movie, because, like, every fucking scene is, like, one of my earliest memories watching it, and, like, how I would interpret some of the things in this movie as a kid, because I didn't fully understand the world and shit. It's so weird. It's like mythical, like remembering this movie. We got this kid and his mom's boyfriend. And what I think is funny is like there's just like these guys with boats in the world in like the Jurassic Park world that live in near like these islands off the coast of Costa Rica. They just make like businesses out of it. Like you see like Dinosaur. And like it's like horribly illegal because they're like in the waters of an island that has extinct creatures on it. They're technically not dinosaurs, they're actually mutant hybrids. So, all the quote unquote dinosaurs in this movie are technically monsters because they aren't real creatures that existed. And I always loved the look of like the Isla Nublar and Isla Sorna with like the green like mountains and shit. Or even like that, no, not yet. That shit, like. And then I love this random fog just in the middle of nowhere. Like it's not like it's just like a pet. It's like a cloud just like fell. Like, I love that. It's like a completely sunny day, and then this fucking ball of mist above the water. And they never really explain what happened. Okay, so I guess what happens to these guys under this cloud is never fully explained in the movie, and you're supposed to assume it's the Spinosaurus, which is like the main dinosaur in this movie. But like the Spinosaurus would have to, because like it's not tall enough for where they are, so it would have to be like treading water, like flinging its little claws at these guys. I just always, oh, maybe it could. It's pretty close to those rocks. Jesus, Dobby! Dobby just jumped on the laptop and it almost fell off the table. This is actually Dobby's first time watching this movie. Oh yeah, and then the boat crashing and it just falls apart. Whew. And then I forget Ben. I think his name's Ben. The subtitles are there, but I forgot to look. Ben makes a great reappearance later on in this movie. And then I love like the shitty green screen here. Which, I mean, Alex should be. Okay, so here. So this is basically me as a kid. Some of the dinosaurs this kid is playing with, I had, like that one. The one Alan Grant's holding in his left hand. Or his right hand, my left. That dinosaur, I fucking had that as a kid. And I think I still have that somewhere. And then you fucking Laura Dern here. And I never understood as a kid, but I think it's kind of funny because at the end of the first Jurassic Park, they were set up as a couple, but now it's just like, and then like people are like rooting, like, yeah, I want them as a couple, even though Alan Grant's kind of a sex weirdo. But I just think it's funny, like she just has like a completely different husband and like two kids, and I don't I like it as a story beat. It makes sense that she wouldn't want to marry sex weirdo Alan Grant. And so another huge irony in my life is, like, as I previously said, this movie is such like a huge fucking part of me. Her husband, his job in this movie, he's about to say international relations with treaty law. Unknowingly, that's what I went to college for, was to have the job that this guy has. And it didn't click with me until I was rewatching Jurassic Park, I think my second year of college, and I was like, holy shit. Like, that's what I'm gonna fucking do. And it's just a big coincidence. Either that or just a subconscious thing in my mind. And then also, I love that fucking he just starts bringing up traumatic memories at a nice dinner. I think this is based on real research too. Um, the whole story plot, like the subplot of like raptors being intelligent, working together. I think that's based off actual scientific theories of the time that were made around this time. So this is gonna come back up later. He's gonna memorize her cell phone number, and then she may or may not save the day. All right, say bye to Laura Dern for now, because I think this is the last time she shows up in person. Bye, Laura. Then here, the dinosaur fossils, all the raptor claws and shit, and then this big seminar where no one gives a shit about him. I looked, growing up as a kid, I always wanted to be a paleontologist. And recently I looked back into it, but like, to be a paleontologist, it's not like you like go to college for paleontology. You have to go to college for like 5 different fucking sciences to be a paleontologist. It's insane, and I suck at science. See, look how many people don't give a shit about him. At least his job. And then cheeky little reference to the second Jurassic Park. Love early 2000s, man. Yeah, and then here. So Alan Grant's correct here. Because the quote unquote dinosaurs in these movies are frog hybrids. Which is also like kind of a cool inbuilt way for them later down the line to say that's why the dinosaurs don't have feathers in this movie. Even though when this movie was made, that was still a relatively new theory, so no one really thought of it back then. And then here's another fun scene. As a kid, I was really confused about why they were doing this. As you see, he's loading an explosive round into a sniper rifle, which is going to make that airplane go kerbloom. I always wondered as a kid, I'm like, why are they wasting? Why are they shooting airplanes? What benefit does that get them? And it doesn't really get them any benefit. They're just fucking around because they have nothing better to do at the moment. Whew. To be honest, I don't think there really is a bullet that could do that to a plane. Like, that has that large of an explosive. At least one that would be available to civilians. There you go, Montana. This is the prime place for fossils. And also, to find a full skeleton like that is, like, insanely rare. But just recently, like, in the past few weeks, an entire skeleton of a T-Rex fighting a Triceratops was found. Which is just fucking, like, that is incredible. It is a fucking miracle. Yet you have the first time they've ever found a complete T-Rex skeleton, and it's fighting a fucking Triceratops. So, because usually it's just, like, fossils are just dinosaurs that got squished and then sucked into the mud. So usually they're missing parts. Because they get, like, scavenged and shit, or just, like, decomposition shit. It's just hard. And then you got this nice, beautiful fedora. Being a fucking paleontologist would be cool. Got just a knife hanging there, that's cool. Oh, this, ironically enough, so this is a fucking 3D printer, which I thought was super cool as a kid, and now, um, they exist pretty commonly now. But, what's cool about this thing, show, like, the little, respirator thing, is this pops back up in a show on Netflix called Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, which I watched, and it's alright. But I just thought it was funny that they just referenced Jurassic Park 3, because, like, there's a point where a kid uses that to scare off a dinosaur. I'm like, no fucking shit. Because this movie is, like, universally fucking hated and forgotten about. Oh, you got William H. Macy. The richest man in the world. I love his fucking glasses. He's got some pretty good glasses, I won't lie. I just realized the subtitles actually don't say their names. And I can't remember William H. Macy's character name at the moment. Oh, yep. We got Tia Leone, I believe is her name. Getting fucking notifications. I should probably silence my phone. I would love to go to this bar in real life. I have absolutely no clue if it exists or if it's like still open. If it does, because I mean, like this movie came out in 2001, so even if this was open till now, like who knows if it survives the pandemic or not? But I would love to track down this bar one day. Also, well, because this is a pretty lull in the movie. There's not too much going on, so I might as well get into some fun facts about Jurassic Park 3. So this film was directed by Joe Johnson, who directed the first Captain America movie and who directed The Rocketeer. And the reason he directed this is because back like after the first Jurassic Park came out, he asked Steven Spielberg if he could direct a sequel to it. Steven Spielberg was like, if there is a three, you can fucking direct it. Like he's just like, sure, you get the third one if there is one. So it's like, oh, cool, thank you, Steven. Then along it comes in this movie. They're like, yeah, we're making a third one. So he's like, yes, I get to direct it. And so first fun fact, second fun fact, this movie went through so many fucking scripts. And when they started filming, they still hadn't finalized the script. This movie was being written as it was being fucking filmed. Which is why it is what it is. Oh, we have a good scene coming up. But yeah, like I can't remember the other versions of this movie, but it's just it's just insane. I gotta look it up. How many scripts there were? Some It's a survival story. Not bones, they're rocks, technically. Oh, and the co-pilot guy, he's in Sesame Street. I think he was Mr. Noodle. I could be remembering that wrong, or at least he looks like Mr. Noodle when I was a kid. Oh, we got the most infamous scene in this movie that I like for obvious reasons. When I was a kid and I didn't understand it was a dream sequence, I was like, why the fuck did a raptor pop in just to say his name and leave? It's like, it's weird. Good thing about this movie is like it doesn't waste time. it gets like straight to the action. Like we're at the 20-minute mark, and they're already at the island with the dinosaurs. This movie doesn't fuck around when it comes to dinosaurs. Go, you see the first dinosaurs in the movie. You see Stegosaurus. You see Parasaurolophus. You go Brachiosauruses. I can't tell what some of the other ones are. I think it's just those three. Maybe one other one. I love that he's like turning into a tour guy. And then, Alan Grant gets his fucking lights out. Eric. The one thing in this movie I fucking memorized is like her screaming in the microphone. Hey, Dobby. Fucking Cooper on him with his big rifle. No, Dobby, you do not do that. You know you can't walk on the keyboard. Tell your wife to stop making that noise. It's a very bad idea. Amanda. Dr. Grant says that's a bad idea. What? He says it's a bad idea. What's a bad idea? That fucking, like, Jesus. Dobby. Dobby, watch the movie! The Spinosaurus just roared, but it's muted so you can't hear it. Now they're running away. They're running away from the big bad Spinosaurus, Dobby. You hear that? That was a snap. Dobby wants to play, but he doesn't know it's movie time. This is also a nice scene. Get the big reveal. Yep, he runs out and he fucking gets him. Oh, I fucking love it. The Spinosaurus, if you couldn't already figure it out, is my favorite fucking dinosaur. Although, over the past, since this movie came out, there's been a lot of discoveries, or a lot of breakthroughs in what the Spinosaurus actually looked like, based off some more fossils they dug up. And, what, like, just, like, based off its environment and shit, and it's, like, looks way different than in this movie. It looks less cool though. It looks a lot more cooler in how it is in the movie. But it's like this big fucking and so in reality it looks like this big fucking crocodile with like weird shriveled up arms and it has like the big sail on its back that they don't really know what it was used for as of yet. And it would just kind of hang out swaps. See the fucking eye right there. But yeah, Spinosaurus is basically just like a mix between a crocodile and a T-Rex. And it's also the biggest carnivore that ever existed. Bigger than the T-Rex, bigger than the bear. In this scene, yeah, he's grabbing him. And like, I would love to see that animatronic in person. Because I mean, you could probably tell by how it was moving. But it's just like one big fucking animatronic. And then this is CGI, which I think still holds up fairly well. Animatronic. And that's like a big criticism people have of this movie is like, it looks fake. Like the animatronic part, because of how like still it is. It looks like when you go to an amusement park, which I don't disagree with now as like looking at it as an adult. But I still fucking love it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't love it. I also love how this fucking plane is made of aluminum, apparently. Like, every part of it's dented and crushed. And just fucking rolling it and shit. Like, and this is 26 minutes in. Like, this movie doesn't fuck around. And I love just seeing it coming in the background. Oh yeah, also Miss Kirby's kind of a fucking dumbass. She is constantly trying to get herself killed. Not on purpose. Like, she's not suicidal or anything. She's fucking stupid. And also, I've heard some people call the Spinosaurus just like fucking like the Jason Voorhees of Jurassic Park. Cause like it's not doing this for any other reason than it wants to. Like it wants to fuck with people. Cause like it's going through a lot of effort for not a lot of food. Like there are way bigger dinosaurs that I could have already killed by now and eaten. And instead it's terrorizing and fucking with 4 humans. This would be the equivalent of me spending like 3 days trying to eat 4 chicken nuggets instead of a rotisserie chicken. And I love this fucking reveal here. Oh, fuck, it looks so good. And I know you're like, Austin, it looks like shitty CGI to me, but I love it. And I get stuck between the two trees. Oh, I think we're getting the return of a character we previously. Oh, wait, no. That's a little later on. This scene is the most iconic scene from the movie we got. Also, my favorite scene in this movie. Like, I think that fucking reveal is T-Rex looks good. Okay, when it opens its mouth, not as good, but so fucking good. When I remember when I was a wee little babby, my my dad or my family, we had the 7-Eleven cup for this movie, and it was like the little it was like the one where if you shifted it to an image, and it was of this fight, which is short but sweet, and I love the green fucking design or like the green T-Rex over like the classic like brown ones in the first movie. And it snaps its neck. Okay, so it just killed the T-Rex. And I love this little scene here. You're gonna hear me just loving all the scenes. And then Alan Grant. I like to think that. Oh, wait. There we go. He's like doing that little fist thing. I noticed that like a couple years ago on a rewatch this movie, and it's just funny because he's like doing like the tough guy fist thing, but like half-assedly because he doesn't want to be in this movie. But yeah, we had like the 7-Eleven cup of that fight, and I remember I loved. I only have like one real memory of that cup, and it was like in the dishwasher. I was just looking up at it. And I'm like, oh my fucking god, that cup is so cool. It's the Jurassic Park 3 fight. And if I had like time travel abilities, I would go back to that memory and steal that fucking cup because I want that cup so badly. Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned this. They're the parents of the kid from the beginning, and they came to look for his kid, as they just explained. They're also divorced because the guy the kid was with was Tia Leone's boyfriend. Now thinking of it, this does look like a state, like a set. Whew. I was watching like behind the scenes interviews with like the cast, but it was like, oh, what do we have here? That's fucking. Oh yeah, William H Macy, take your fucking shirt off. Oh fuck you. But I was watching like the behind the scenes interviews, and like they're all like, oh yeah, we like they all have to like pretend like they love what they're doing. Or no, it was an interview, but it was like 20 years later. So they were interviewing the kid, but he had grown up, and he was like acting like this fucking like pretentious actor, and he was doing a faux accent. And he was like, oh, it was so wonderful to work on a true piece of art. Like he's like acting like this movie is like fucking brilliant, and I can say pretty um confidently that I love this movie more than any other fucking person on this earth. And I am not willing to say this movie's fucking like wonderful, true cinema. And like, yeah. And if I say that, then it's fucking truth. Because if there was someone on this planet that loved this movie more than me, I would I would kill myself because I'd feel like a fraud. I would feel like the one thing that was mine has been taken away. Oh yeah, also this guy just owns a fucking like hardware store. So he conned Alan Grant into um fucking dying on an island. That's weird. I just got a weird notification. Hi Dobie. Are you gonna watch the movie? It's weird that a booking agent would actually like go through with this. Like become a fucking mercenary for these people. And like he lied to him too, so like the booking agent I don't know. I don't believe that a Midwestern booking agent would like gear up with fucking assault rifles and shit, hire a couple mercenaries and help these two people find their kid. I don't think a booking agent is brave enough for that. Tricycloplots, that's now you would think that that's a joke about him like not being able to remember Triceratops or just making up a dinosaur name, but a Tricycloplots is actually a real dinosaur that lived in the Cretaceous era, and it was the size of a modern bowl. And it was one of the most intelligent dinosaurs, and it was found with a fossilized Glock. Now, scientists are still kind of puzzled by that, because a Glock is a very modern weapon, and how it ended up with ancient dinosaurs beyond anybody. Oh, Ben's about to make or I think his name's Ben. The boyfriend's about to make his big appearance. He's, like, probably the most memorable character in this movie. Like, he carries this film. Like, it's like Captain America. It's like when he shows back up, it's like Captain America in Infinity War when the train goes by and he's like standing there. It's like better than that reveal. And unlike Captain America in Infinity War, Ben has a lot of shit to do. And then here's the scene from the beginning. Dun, 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 dun. Here he is, just fucking Ben. Oh. Oh, I forgot to say this earlier, but the T-Rex that got killed by the Spinosaurus, they retconned that, so that's the baby T-Rex from the second Jurassic Park. So, if you watch the second Jurassic Park, just know that the baby throughout the movie gets his fucking neck snapped. Now, I like to think because they just landed next to the raptor's nest. I mean, the raptors wouldn't have been there when they landed, because, like, both of them would have died instantly. But I would have loved the fucking scene where he's hanging there and raptors are just fucking jumping up at him like he's a pinata. Maybe it's like rip off his bottom half and shit, that'd be great. Now you see, Billy just made a mistake that's going to affect the rest of the movie, and what that is, I'll let you figure out. Nice little. I don't remember if that's a matte painting or not. It looks like it, but could just be a weird CGI rendering. I hope it's a matte painting. Look, that'd be cool if they use that. In the old lab where they made the dinosaurs. No, another thing that's kind of funny is when they go in here, they just like she's just doing it as like why not just in case it works. But like they just like assume like the power still works here. Like in a little bit they're gonna like try to use a fucking. Oh, you see a little raptor in the background. But they just like they're just like this like they're like he's trying to actually use a vending machine when they obviously aren't working. And also like all this fucking. I mean I know they don't have much of a choice for food, but like it would all be stale and just moldy and disgusting. And plus, he just like grabs a handful of whatever was in front. Like if I was there, I would like look through and I would try to figure out, okay, what would be the most edible, what would be safe to eat, what wouldn't like make me horribly sick on this island. Because like you can't just like go and grab like 4 bags of M&Ms. And also, if you are grabbing food, because you have to assume you're gonna be here for the long run, so just like take one of your bags and just fill it up with whatever stuff would still be somewhat edible. Yeah, nice, cool, edgy playing God line. And then these dinosaur fetuses. And this scene's pretty good too. Like, I love the raptor was just fucking doing that just to fuck with her. Like, there's no other reason it would have to pretend to be a head in a jar other than just to fuck with her. And then it has that little, like, the iconic, like, the person going in with the socks doing karaoke. And then I think, like, the music right here when it goes up and realizes it can climb over. Like, that always fucking haunted me in a good way. Also, I love how he's shocked by that. Because, like, animals we have around today will do shit like that, like call for help. Like, that's not the most impressive thing the raptor has done in that 5 minutes. Oh, and you'll notice, you see the little, like, kind of spikes on top of their heads? Because around this time is when the people, like, it became more of a fact that dinosaurs had feathers, so they put those on the dinosaurs to acknowledge that. Because they couldn't just outright change the design of the raptors. So they wanted to at least acknowledge they had feathers. By giving them, like, cool 90s spikes. Whew. Poor Udesky. And like here, so this is like another fucking sadistic thing they do is they're gonna like they're torturing a fucking Udesky guy to get try to get them down to help him, like try to lure them in. The fucking dinosaurs in this movie really are just fucking slasher villains. I can't. Okay, so there. I think I can't tell. I hear. I hear a lot of howling, but I can't tell if it's just the dogs in the neighborhood or coyotes. Whatever it is, it's freaking the fuck out of Dobby. And just bite the back of his fucking skull off. Fucking nice. Fucking. So here's Eric, the kid from the beginning, and he's just fucking turned into Rambo. It's like covering himself in like leaves and T-Rex piss and shit. He's got smoke grenades. Lives in a truck. And you see, so this kid, he's supposed to be like a super smart survival guy, but it's daytime. He has the door open, and he just turned on the lamp for light, which is a horrible waste of the fucking of like the lantern. And it's because it's not like a fire one, like that's like battery powered. So he's just wasting it because they have the daylight in. And if not, he could just close the door, which would be safer anyways, and their eyes would just adjust to the darkness. Like, he does not fucking need that right now. He just lit a fucking second one. Because that one died. No wonder it fucking died. Because you're wasting it. You don't need it. It's lit up enough already. Dipshit. Oh yeah, also he's a... Apparently he's very interested in paleontology. He's nothing like fucking 10-year-old beings. Like that fucking crunch bar. Crunch bars are already disgusting enough. But a crunch bar that's been in a fucking broken down truck for 10 years is even goddamn worse. Because you gotta think, because the original, because this got would have been abandoned around the time, like right after the original Jurassic Park, which is in 1993. This is 2001. This is like 8 years later. All this fucking food is 8 years old. Granted, he doesn't have much of a choice. I mean, it's got T-Rex pee, but I wouldn't fucking drink T-Rex piss. Also, it's to help fucking scare up the smaller dinosaurs, like you said. And I am curious how he got it. Because he would have had to been like fucking perving on some T-Rex while was taking a piss. And also, how do you fucking disguise himself in a T-Rex? Like, how did he cloak his scent? Fucking whatever. I do very genuinely love this movie a lot. I always hated the character of Ian Malcolm, the Jeff Goldblum guy. I always thought he was just like the idea of his character was he was like some supposed to be like this hotshot rock star mathematician. Like it's just fucking lame, man. It's just lame. Ooh, copies. I love copies. They're like the little. They're like the dinosaur equivalent of rats. Get some ankle sores. Also, totaling 3 cars in 3 years, that's a fucking mess. Like, Christ. You have to be the worst goddamn driver in the world to total 3 fucking cars in 3 years. Toby, don't you want to watch the movie? You just keep staring at me, buddy. You know, I probably should have had you watch this with sound first. You know. I was kind of curious because this island wasn't like overrun like Isla Nublar. It was like evacuated. So I'm curious why like everything's all fucking like why that truck ended up in a ditch. Like the employees must have just gone fucking berserk when they heard they were evacuating and just fucking wrecked the place just because they could. I bet, yeah. Some employee was like, "Fuck it, I'm crashing this truck." Also, I refuse to believe a fucking like God. I'm pretty sure. If, I mean, I don't know. I figured the boat probably would either be like stranded on like would have been pushed up onto the land or would have sunk. Not by like the dinosaurs, just because like there's a shit ton of fucking hurricanes that would go through here, and like it's not like it's being maintenance or anything. So How do you get a record? Oh, they must have fucking ripped it off a dead raptor. There's no way he would have been able to be one in a fight. Doesn't have a gun or anything. Oh, this is another good scene. Okay, in the subtitles it said he said "mum," but does he actually say "mum"? No, because I can't remember if he says "mum" or "mom." Because people always make fun of me for saying "mum," because it's usually a British thing. And a lot of people I know say "mum." This is another brilliant scene. It's so good. And another. Actually, I'll just wait. Well, I'll wait till you get to see what comes up. So fucking good. Like, oh, I love that it's just like you can hear the ring. So who's fucking calling him? You can hear the ring inside the fucking stomach, and it's just standing there patiently until it's noticed. Like this thing just wants to fuck with them. Like there's no like it could have killed them like that, like in a snap if it wanted to. We got another great scene coming up that a lot of people complain about, but I think it's beautiful. I think it's a wonderful scene. Okay, so take note that it just crashed through fucking huge steel fence, and now it can't get through a simple wooden barn door with like 7 locks. Ah, see, I think it's just fucking with it because it's like, you know what? I'll give them this one. I'm just gonna fucking follow them from afar. Oh, and you're gonna learn the evil deed that Billy did. Although he did have noble gold. We've made it to the 1 hour mark, by the way. Oh wait, that's of the podcast. That's of the recording, not the movie. and I did like a 2 minute intro. We're at 50. It's movies at 58 minutes. Yeah. It's important that he doesn't drop that, by the way. Oh wait, I forgot they just explained it right away. Never mind. There's another, like, actually, like, a scene I love coming up. Not like a love it in a stupid way, but a scene that I love just because it's fucking cool. Alright, here it comes. Actually, no, it's not until the kid walks. It'll come up. Feel bad, it's not a lot about me to commentate right now. Here we go. Dried fucking poop of. You'll see what it is. Giant bird shit. It's getting kind of spooky. I don't know about you. I am so spooked and scared right now. I love how he's like smiling when he says that. He's like, "Oh, it's a fucking birdcage." And then you, that's just cool. Like the fucking pterodactyl walking out of the mist. Like that's fucking cool. There's also there's another like flying reptile, ancient flying reptile, because pterodactyls and other pterosaurs technically aren't dinosaurs. There's another one. It's called the Quetzalcoatl. Yeah, I think it's just called Quetzalcoatl. It's like it's a pterodactyl, but like 11 feet tall, and it is the most horrifying fucking creature that ever existed. Like a 6 foot tall man, like a 6 foot tall human could easily fit in its beak. Like there are these huge fucking monsters that used to exist, and if they, if someone ever brought them back through like cloning and shit, I would kill myself. I would never ever want to live in a world of fucking Quetzalcoatls. They're named after an Aztec god too, so that's, if that sounds familiar, that's why. Also, these fucking, I forgot to mention this. So these fucking baby pterodactyls horrify me, especially as a kid. But all the skulls in the nest, because like as I said before, unless I missed something or I forgot something, they were evacuated from this island. So that implies that all those skulls are people who not only visited this island, but visited this island and then found their way to the birdcage. Like, how many fucking people are sneaking onto the goddamn island? Most of them would die before they even got near the fucking birdcage, because this is like the middle of the island. I mean, I could have sworn, I may have forgotten. Because I guess, I don't know, maybe if like the same hurricane that hit Isla Nublar in the first movie hit this island, and then. But no, they would have evacuated this island like they did the other one. Yeah, yeah, so that's all skulls from people that somehow managed to make their way to the fucking birdcage. Also, Billy's very heroic in this scene. And that poor pterodactyl's gonna drown. I wonder why Ben didn't do that and he just decided to stay up in the tree. So even if the buckle didn't work, he still would have been able to get himself out of the parachute. Like, would have been able to slink his way out, I think. Oh, the end of this fucking scene. And slowly turning. So it's a pretty weird design that the gate doesn't go all the way. Oh, maybe it does. And it's just stuck kind of at that angle. You know, as horrifying as like Jurassic Parks and shit would be, if one existed, I would work there. It would, if they ever broke out, it would probably be fucking the most horrifying thing ever, and I would not survive at all. But like, it would be pretty cool to work with dinosaurs. I mean, they don't really. I mean, the boat's kind of already just drifting down. They don't really need gas. They more just need a way to maneuver it so they can like move along with the river and not get beached. Such a beautiful scene. I don't know if it's just me, but that Brachiosaurus looks fucking pissed. Yeah, like, like they're just like fucking, like the whole fucking gang's rolling up to tell them to fuck off. I love the fucking fresh steam coming off the fucking dino shit. Make it that much fucking more disgusting. Also, I don't know if you, I don't think you might have noticed, but Alan Grant pulled out a fucking watch. Then he pulled out the sunglasses. Like the like that guy's bones are still fucking in there, or at least some of his bones, the ones that didn't dissolve. Which probably, I don't think stomachs can dissolve bones. It probably his entire skeleton. Also, this is another pretty cool dinosaur, and I always loved like the red and black design, and then with and then it looks right at the camera. And then with this little horn, always kind of remind me of like a demon or a devil. And then fucks right off because it can smell the Spinosaurus. And then so we're back with the kid again. Fucking Barney's blaring in the background. Like, like imagine like picking up the phone. There's just this guy you met once, just fucking screaming. He's like, "Get your fucking mom, Charlie! Get your fucking mom! Tell her friend's gonna fucking die, you little shit! Fuck you, Charlie!" Then you see those little Spinosaurus still come up. Like, if I was a kid, I would just would have fucking hung up and be like, I'm not dealing with this shit. This kid's just like, yeah, this kid's willing to sacrifice like 5 people for Barney. That's a fucking power play. It's leaking oil. Which sets the stage for a fiery confrontation. Oh, and I told you that a line from the beginning was going to come back around. Oh, and I was wrong about Ellie not, because Ellie did show back up in person. CG didn't age too well there, but you know. I don't really, like the humans wouldn't really be a good meal for a Spinosaurus because it like he'd eat them and they'd mostly be bone. And still, I gotta say, I really fucking love the Spinosaurus in this movie. It looks so good, so cool. I was actually on eBay and I was looking at props for this movie because I want to get one, and I still do. I want to get a prop in this movie, and they had a lot of like miniatures of the Spinosaurus that they used during the designing process. And you know what? After this, I might look it back up. Honestly, I kind of wish Alan Grant had a catchphrase he could have said there. Oh, and I told you the oil was going to come back up for a fiery confrontation. I love the fire just fucking free. The fucking Spinosaurus really is Jason Voorhees. No, Jason Voorhees is scared of water, not fire. Never mind. But yeah, like it just fucks right off. Like you can walk around the fire and still get them. Where it's like, fuck this shit. They aren't worth it. They're too bony. And we never get any because that's the last time you see the Spinosaurus. Just a heads up. So we never get really any conclusion as to what happened to the Spinosaurus. You see a Spinosaurus skeleton in Jurassic World, but it's not. But it's not like that Spinosaurus. So it might honestly, it very well could turn up in the next Jurassic World, because in the last one that came out, there's like a scene where like a T-Rex and a Carnotaurus are like fucking fighting each other or nipping at each other. In that scene, it was originally supposed to be a Spinosaurus, or this Spinosaurus in particular, but they switched it out for the Carnotaurus. That's a very cute look you're giving me, Dobby. And so honestly, I think it'll pop up in the next Jurassic World, or at least I hope it does. not invested in the story of the Jurassic World movies in particular, but I'm just there for the fucking dinosaurs, man. Especially that last one. The last one was not very good, story-wise. It's too weird. I have one more plot thread to wrap up. I love it smelling her hair like it's fucking Dan Schneider. Honestly, right there, it's just kind of like cuddling with her, like how Valerina will like rub her head up against my head, kind of like that. It's like the Valerina equivalent of a hug. I love, I love like he just starts doing the raptor noise, but like he has there's no way you can know like what that would connotate to them. Like that could be like Jesus, doggy. Like for all he knows, he doesn't know like what tone to like what volume or tone to do it at. So it could have been doing the noises of like confrontation and shit. But I guess just by pure chance, it happened to be please don't fucking kill us. Even though I feel like the raptors would have killed them anyway just for food. But I guess they're too honorable for that. Oh, it's kind of sassy though. And thanks to Laura Dern, I love the guy on the beach first. And then the call back to the microphone. Then the tanks come rolling out of the water. And then, like, Laura Dern has fucking. I mean, her husband's is how they got here, but, like, Laura Dern got the fucking Marines to rescue them. Not even a squad, like, she gets a whole shit ton of. Like, you see, like, the two, like, ships out there? Like, that's a shit ton. And it's dumb that he says the Navy and the Marines. Because, well, if you want to get super technical, the Marines are a part of the Navy. They're a department of the Navy. But, like, they're Marines stationed on a naval vessel, which a lot of Marines are, because that's the original kind of purpose for the Marines was to guard naval ships. They roll up to do a beach landing. Also, I wonder why they camouflage painted their faces. There's no reason to do that. And then the pterodactyls fly away for a happy new beginning. Alan Grant's gonna be in the new Jurassic World, so I wonder what his character's been up to. Because I'm pretty sure he's just gonna continue living a pretty shit life. Such a beautiful scene. There we go. And that, directed by Joe Johnson, that was Jurassic Park 3. My unironic favorite movie ever. Fucking clap along with me. Hey, look, Kathleen Kennedy. I know this might it might sound like I'm being sarcastic, but this is literally my favorite movie ever. It's fucking. What do you think, Dobby? Did you like that as much as I do? I probably should watch it with sound. Alright. So, yeah. Just let me, if you have any suggestions for a movie you would like to, want me to do a commentary on, let me know. And, Brooke, I'm pretty sure you're gonna tell me to do a commentary on Trolls. But, TBH, I think, I'll wait till, you're around, and then we can do a commentary on that together. Because you would have much more insight to that movie than me. But I have a few ideas for movies I'm gonna do a commentary on. I'm probably gonna stick to ones that are available on like streaming, like Netflix or Disney Plus. So yeah, hopefully I'll do another commentary pretty soon. So I hope you enjoyed, and go have a nice day.